Hello there, you're watching New Vision TV. Before we can take a look at what's making news, the Harvest Money Expo is on from the 15th to the 17th of this month at Namboole Stadium at only 10,000 shillings entrance. Now, there will be a series of training sessions. Each session is 10,000 shillings, and this year's expo is under the theme Farming as a Business. Do not miss, we'll make sure we catch you there. And now into the news. Members of the business community in Uganda have partnered with Germany to widen the market base for their products in the Western European country. In a meeting held in Kampala, the business community addressed challenges that affect their enterprises and forged a way of eliminating them in the next venture.
In an effort to widen the market of Ugandan goods in Europe, the business community and the German officials held a meeting recently in Kampala to iron out partnership challenges. At the meeting was Veronica Namaweje, the Executive Secretary of Uganda Small-Scale Industries Association, who said the partnership will address challenges of limited resources and industrialization.
The right financial services to our members that are correct, to get the policymakers to understand what kind of challenges the SMEs are facing today. So we are trying to get insights on how we can make it better to deliver the exact services that members need and we find it relevant to strengthen their enterprises. So the challenges that they're facing in terms of either financial or limited information that is coming down to make better decisions on how to run day-to-day businesses is an issue that we're trying to see how we can rectify the issue in terms of digitalizing, ensuring that we use the social networks, how to ensure that information is getting down to decentralize the services better to the members.
Namaweje believes the partnership will strengthen regions and bring about integration.
The issue is to try to bring out how we're going to strengthen the BMOs in the entire region, to bring out the integration that has been due, to ensure that BMOs start working together, to understand what are their weaknesses, what are their strengths, how do we provide relevant services to our members to strengthen their enterprises and to ensure that the region perspective is also at hand.
Charles Omusana, Principal Economist, Investment Private Sector Promotion, the East African Community, says the partnership with German counterparts is an advantage for small-scale and medium enterprises in the East African region, which will acquire mentorship to access the market.
Helping our private sector, especially those in the SME category, to get into partnerships with German counterparts, get mentorship from German enterprises, as well as getting market access to Germany. However, before doing that, they need to perfect their production. They need to do their products right, because as we all know, the German standards are a bit high, and the only way they can do that is you either get attached to a German company that will mentor you through to ensure that your products are worth the European market. The other is they will offer trainings like this BMO training going on now. This is mainly for the business membership organizations to appreciate the need to support their members, to give their members heads up to be able to meet the German counterparts when they come, and they are well prepared towards that.
Absolutely. Charles, do you think this will render Uganda and the EAC in general competitive?
It now depends on the uptake. Indeed, the project looks at making Ugandan products competitive in the European market. But
the partnership will foster Ugandan products to compete on the world market, especially in European agriculture, agro-processing and manufacturing.
This is an entry point. This training is an entry point. It's about bringing the BMOs on board, make them appreciate what the project is about and what is being done in Germany.
Dr. Grad Meza Zukuka, the Regional Transformation and Economic Development Officer at VDI, urged the business community to incorporate digital transformation skills in the day-to-day business, since it will channel their products to the global space. This report was compiled by Rachel Nabisubi for New Vision TV.
Moving on. As graduates of the Women Education Center under the management of the Church of Uganda go to the field to put into practice the skills and knowledge gained from vocational technical training, they have been advised to meet the numerous demands of society. Over 90 graduated in hairdressing, fashion and design, plumbing, motor mechanics and catering.
The trend of a usual African woman in the continent today changes each and every day. Many of them have stepped out of the kitchen to attaining roles that were known to be for men. At the Women Education Center in Kampala, an institute that offers vocational skills for women, over 90 graduated in various fields that have since Friday last week entered the employment force in the country. At the graduation ceremony that took place at All Saints Cathedral in Kampala, the graduates were awarded diplomas and certificates in hairdressing, fashion and design, plumbering, motor mechanics and hotel and catering services. The Minister of Kampala, Betty Kamya, was also in attendance. She stated that the graduates will be linked to government programs such as Youth Livelihood Fund, YLP, and Women Entrepreneurship Program, and get small loans ranging from 5 million to 10 million shillings to help start up small businesses.
Interest in education. Education as one of the most important things for which government now spends 26% of the national budget. 26% of the national budget goes to education.
She said this is in line with presidential initiatives of skilling the girl child and a presidential initiative in donating to common users facilities such as welding machines to the youth. Kamya added government has put a lot of interest in education and 26% of the national budget is allocated to education. According to the principal of Women Education Center, Florence Kimera, society is in need of services the ladies have attained skills from. Kimera urged them to be ready to meet these demands.
We are looking to you to be the ambassadors of the Women's Education Center. Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Uganda has now embarked on vocational skills training as the best opportunity for youth to be employable. Every day, someone somewhere is in need of the services of a plumber, of a mechanic, of a hairdresser, of a caterer, a tailor, among others. So work has trained you, and we are sure that you have acquired the best skills to meet the demand for employment.
She commended government for establishing vocational and technical institutions and colleges meant to skill young Ugandans, saying this is the best option for the youth to get employment. The Archbishop of the Church of Uganda and the Chancellor of Women in Education Center, Reverend Stanley Ntagali, said the women graduates will be a blessing to the nation and globally.
Kampala Diocese, it was started by women who were moved with compassion to respond to the needs of the community. Its major aim is to address the needs of the school dropouts, to provide women and youth with skills that can enable them to better their lives and be able to support their families and contribute to the development of our country.
The minister advised the graduates to make bright choices through praying to God. The graduates and guests were entertained by choirs from Uganda Christian University and children.
In sports news, the Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, has lauded US-based Ugandan powerlifter Roy Mubiru for raising Uganda's flag high and winning medals for his country. Mubiru, who also doubles as the American Powerlifting Association Director for Africa, and his American counterpart, Terry Hasselrod, who is also the APA chairman for New York, made a courtesy call on the Speaker at Parliament last week. The duo, in company of their local manager, Frank Kahesi, and Victory Education Foundation Director Robert Kasivante, presented the medals that they won at the APA 31st Annual Bay State Open Championship in October last year in Fitchburg to qualify for the World Cup in Ukraine. You're still watching New Vision TV, and now for our Pearl of Africa series, we take a look at Bunyaruguru Crater Lake region. Bunyaruguru Crater Lake region is home to 52 crater lakes. Now, these lakes are found on the edge of Queen Elizabeth National Park near Fort Portal in Uganda. Amongst these, we look at Nyanzibiri, which is a Runyankore word that means two lakes. One of the lakes is called Kamweru and the other is Chema. Let's take a look.
Bunyaruguru Crater Lake region is home to 52 crater lakes. This region has magnificent landscapes and amazing volcanic crater lakes. Some of the activities to engage in the region are swimming, fishing, canoeing, and hiking. It is estimated that about 10,000 years ago, the crater lakes in Bunyaruguru Crater Lake region were formed as a result of volcanic activity. This was intensive heat and pressure in the upper Malta, or interior of the Earth, which was brought about by geochemical reaction and radioactivity in the Earth. After the occurrence of gaseous explosions that blew off the surface rocks, a round-shaped and fairly flat depression was formed. As time went by, rainwater filled the depressions, hence the formation of the crater lakes. The Nyanzimbiri, meaning two lakes in Runyankore, are some of the ancient volcanic craters, like are the 40 craters in this region. These are Kamweru and the other is called Shema. They seem to be so close to each other, but are politely separated by a road. Bunyaruguru Crater Lake region has magnificent landscapes, and some of the activities are, as I said, swimming, fishing, canoeing, and hiking. The soils are also very productive, with so much agriculture at play. Now, for more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website, which is www.newvision.co.ug. Our newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures, so grab your copy every Sunday for Pearl of Africa stories.
And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your desktop, on your tablet, anywhere on the go by visiting www.newvision.co.ug/video. Now, don't miss the Harvest Money Expo that is on from the 15th to 17th of February at Nambola Stadium at only 10,000 shillings entrance fee. Then there'll be a training session, all sessions, and each session goes for 10,000 shillings. This year's theme of the expo is farming as a business.